Good morning, students of class 8B. Today we are going to discuss the last topic of chapter 1 history, that is rise of imperialism. Okay. In the previous video we have discussed about industrial revolution. Yes, industrial revolution, in which we have discussed that expansion of trade and goods were started to be manufactured by using machines on a larger scale. That was called industrial revolution. So due to industrial revolution and due to works of discovery, we can say there was a rise of imperialism in the world and especially in the Europe. Okay. So what is imperialism? Imperialism is actually the policy or practice of a country by which it extend its power by acquiring the territories or colonies, and after acquiring those territories, colonies, they just exploit those territories politically, economically, socially for their own development. Okay. So we have understood the meaning of imperialism. What is imperialism? Okay. Now we are going to read the three subtopics under the topic rise of imperialism. Okay. So we have just discussed what is imperialism, and we discussed that due to works of discovery, due to expansion of trade, imperialism started, and we defined what is imperialism. Okay, in which we have discussed that some of the countries, they acquired territories in different parts of the world to fulfill their own needs. Yes. So what were the needs actually? Why some of the countries acquired territories in different parts of the world? Actually, why did they made colonies? By mid 18th century, we are going to discuss today. Okay. So as we started that due to works of discovery, due to industrial revolution, yes, colonies, imperialism started. Yes. So due to industrial revolution, the major European powerful countries like Britain, France, Spain, Portuguese, they needed continuous supplies of raw materials and markets, new markets for their finished goods. Yes. So to continuous supply of raw materials and for making new markets, actually the major European, these powerful countries, established colonies, or we can say they started policy of imperialism. As we all know that India was a colony of England, and in England industrial revolution started, we have discussed in the last video. Okay. And every raw material was not available in England. Okay. That's why England opened, or we can say established, a trading outpost in India, and just they started taking raw materials from India and started manufacturing finished goods with the help of those raw materials that they were taken off from India. Yes. So by this example, we can just understand that why major European powers established colonies in different parts of the world. Yes, and in this way we can also understand that why imperialism started. Understood? So the major European powerful countries like England, France, and other countries, they started opening trading outposts in Asia, Africa, and Americas, because in these continents, the different countries of these continents provided them raw materials, okay, and new markets. Yes, so that's why due to expansion of trade, they needed these major European powerful countries, they needed much raw materials, plenty of raw materials, and they also needed new markets to just finish the finished goods. Okay, so in this way I think you might have understood that by the mid 18th century, the major European powerful countries, they set up different colonies, and by the example of India, that was the colony of Britain, England, we have I think we have just understood that why colonies were set up. Okay, the next thing is that imperialism, its impact on colonies, we have to read. So just we have finished the definition of what is imperialism. Once again I am telling you that imperialism is a policy or practice of a country to increase its power by acquiring the territories, colonies in different parts. Yes, so earlier they set up colonies, yes, and later on the European powerful countries, they just started establishing political control over the colonies. Okay, we all know that in India, East India Company was sent by British government, but after 1857 revolt, in 1858 the rule of the East India Company finished, and it went into the hand of British government. Okay, so later on the major European powerful countries and the governments of these countries, initially they established trading outposts, and further they established their political control over these colonies, so that on a regular basis they could exploit, they could just receive the raw materials, and they could also sell their finished goods in these colonies. Understood? So imperialism we have just concluded, and this was actually the imperialism. And in this way many countries of Europe, they just involved in making colonies in, we can say, a rise of imperialism started in Europe. Yes, just for the their fulfillment of needs. Okay, that was the demand of that time. Yes, the goods due to industrial revolution. And impacts, what was the impact of imperialism on colonies? So definitely the impact was not good on the colonies, because these European countries exploited their colonies economically, politically, and socially. Yes, by example of India, we can understand that what kind of lives of people were in India during the British rule. Okay, so there was much exploitation of the colonies, we can say, but at the same time the European powerful countries, they did some good things also for the colonies, because they needed raw materials, and they also needed markets. Okay, so they improved transport system, we can say. Railway tracks were laid down in India in 1853. Yes, so railway and other modes of transport system were improved in colonies. Okay, and education system was also introduced just to handle the administrative system in colonies. Okay, and western education system was introduced in India. English was taught. Yes, and in this way many Indians started getting learning western education learning, and they started helping in the work in the administration of the Britishers. So this was the impact of imperialism on colonies. We can say the rest we have just discussed, that the exploitation politically, socially, economically they did, but some of the positive aspects of imperialism on colonies we have just discussed, that the development of transport system and education system. Yes, next topic is expansion of colonies. By the second half of 19th century, many European powerful countries now tried to make colonies in different parts of the world. Okay, earlier major European powerful countries like Britain and France and Portuguese were just involved, but by the second half of 19th century, from 1880s to 1910 or 20, between these years, different European countries, yes, like Spain, Portuguese, okay, the Germany, Italy also joined this trend, and we can say that many European countries, they saw what the benefits of making colonies. They saw the benefit of trade. They saw a huge profit in this. Yes, so some of the countries which earlier set up colonies, they earned a lot of profit just by getting raw materials in cheaply. Yes, and they also made profit by selling them in the colonies. Okay, and colonies also provided them cheap labor also. Yes, so they earned a lot of profit. So earlier there were few countries of Europe in the practice of imperialism, in the practice of setting up of colonies. Yes, but when the other European countries saw some of the important countries, they also inspired from those countries. Yes, and just we discussed that Italy, Germany, and the other European countries, Netherlands also, they also joined this. Okay, and now we can say by the mid 19th century, by the second half of 19th century, many European powerful countries began to establish colonies, began imperialism, we can say, and in this way we can say imperialism started in Europe, and the rise of imperialism. In this way we have finished the topic. Okay, once again I am just repeating it, that imperialism, it means setting up of colonies by the mid 18th century. Next, what was the impact of imperialism on the colonies, we have understood, and we have understood also that rise of imperialism, expansion of colonies by the second half of 19th century. So the chapter is started towards the modern period. Yes, so one of the characteristic features of modern period was that industrial revolution we have discussed, colonies we have discussed. Okay, and imperialism, rise of imperialism, we can say also was one of the important feature of modern period. Okay, so the story is started from different characteristic features of modern period. We have started from there. Then we discussed about Renaissance, all the story began from there only. Okay, modern period arrived in Europe due to Renaissance in 15th century. Yes, then we can say the impact of Renaissance Protestant movement. Then we saw due to spirit of inquiry, we saw works of discovery. Then due to works of discovery, industrial revolution, and due to industrial revolution, rise of imperialism. Yes, so this happened, these all events happened in Europe in modern period, and thus these all are the features of modern period. Some good, some bad, some advantages, some disadvantages of modern period we have understood in this topic. Yes, in Europe thus modern period started. So in this way we have finished the first chapter. I hope you will have understood. The next chapter we will start on next day. Till then, thank you.